The March 11, 2026 meeting of the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is now called to order.
Mike.
That's when we thought we had it under control.
Yep.
Okay, the March 11, 2026 meeting of the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is now called to order. Our next meeting will be held on April 8th, 2026. If everyone would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ladies and gentlemen, the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is charged with conducting hearings to determine whether an alleged violation of the city code has occurred. Decisions made by this quasi-judicial board will be based on the evidence and facts presented this evening. Our meetings are conducted in accordance with Robert's Rules of Order, and each case will begin with the city presenting its evidence of the alleged violation. The respondent will then present his or her case. Both parties will have an opportunity to cross-examine all witnesses. The board members may question any witness. Comments by both parties must be relevant to the case. Persons wishing to speak will be given an opportunity to do so by the chair and must address the board from the podium after giving their name and address. Upon request, copies of materials submitted by staff are available for review. Board members are reminded to obtain permission to speak from the chair, and questions of the city should be directed to the attorney for the city. At this time, I'll ask all persons who expect to give testimony this evening to stand and be sworn in by the legislative assistant.
Please raise your right hand.
You guys in the back, you're going to be speaking tonight? No? Okay.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will provide the board tonight will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask board members if they had any ex parte communications regarding any matters coming before the Code Enforcement Board this evening. If you've had verbal communications, please disclose the sum and substance of the communications, when and where the communications occurred, and with whom it occurred. If you received written communications, please disclose the nature of the communications and provide a copy to the legislative assistant to be filed in the record. Starting on this end.
I've had none.
I've had none.
None.
I've had none.
Thank you. Approval of minutes. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to review the minutes of February 11, 2026. If there are no edits or corrections, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, our hearings will be out of order tonight as per usual. The first case will be the first case, 25-4353. Case number 2 will be case number 260568. Case number 3 will be an off-agenda item, 25-3736. Should be the last page of your agenda.
Which one? 20?
25-3736.
May I speak?
Sure.
I don't.
It's not on their agenda? Okay, that's why it's off agenda.
That's right.
Very good, all right. Case number 4 will be under unfinished, 25-3917.
391. Okay. That's number 4.
That's number 4. Number 5 will be under new business, 25-4477. Number 6 under new business, 25-4596. And then we'll clean up the rest.
Which one was number 6?
Number 6 is 25-4596.
Okay.
Okay? Hang on, I haven't called you up yet. Thank you. Appreciate your enthusiasm. All right, we all good? All right, let's go. 25-4353.
Under new cases, case number 254353, City versus Juana Navarro and Primavito Diaz Jr. for the property located at 8701 Triple Oaks Road. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8- 102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and the notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, board members, Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated proactively on November the 17th, 2025. My inspection revealed a blue tarp on the roof, which might have been rain or caused dampness in the walls of the structure. At this time, I left a door hanger with the reinspection date of the 17th of December, 2025. My reinspection on December the 19th, 2025 noted no change. Therefore, a notice of violation was prepared with a compliance date of the 19th of January, 2026. No one was at home, so I posted a notice letter at the front door and requested copies to be sent certified and first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on December the 19th, 2025.
We'll accept it. Thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows a notice letter posted at the front door. Exhibit number 2 shows a blue tarp on the roof of the structure. Exhibit number 3 and exhibit number 4 are emails from the property manager, Miss Amanda Rojas. Exhibit number 5 shows an email from Lewis Law Group. Mr. Chairman, on the 17th of December 2025, Amanda Rojas with Easy Claim Corporation reached out to me by email. She stated the tarp roof is an insurance claim and that she is actively working towards compliance. On February 17th of 2026, I contacted Ms. Rojas for a status update. She said this is still an active insurance claim and she continues to work with the resident as well as the insurance company to resolve the violation. As of today's date, the site is not in compliance. I'm seeking a ruling.
Good, thank you. Any questions for the code officer?
No.
Go ahead, Bill.
So when was the last time you spoke with,
February 17th of 2026.
okay, and so was there any indication about when this insurance dispute might be resolved?
No, sir, not that I'm aware of. That she didn't share that information with me, but Ms. Navarro is here this
Okay.
evening and would like to address the board, so maybe she has some more new information that I don't.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions for the code officer? Go ahead, Rod.
The house is occupied
Yes, sir.
by the client.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and the respondent is here, right?
Yes, sir.
Have her come on up. Name and address, please.
My name is Juana Navarro. My address is 8701 Triple Oaks Road, Terrace. And like she stated, yes, there's a tarp on the roof. There is a claim for wind mitigation, and Easy Claim Corps is the persons who are taking care of going back and forth. I currently have a lawyer because they have not. They've said they didn't want to pay, and they're still arguing back and forth. We did have a mitigation meeting at last week of February, and I have a letter here that was sent to the city of Temple Terrace from the lawyer group as to stating that we have retained them for this property and that it's still pending a claim. And like I said, we had mitigation and nothing was resolved at the mitigation.
Okay. You said that was sent to the city of Temple Terrace?
Yes.
Who was it sent to?
According to the Louis, they just said City of Temple Terrace.
Okay, would you like to put that copy in the record?
Sure.
Okay.
The other letters that were going back and forth, I mean, I have paper copies of them, but these were all back and forth between Easy Claim and the Jack Shanks. Oh, hi. Yeah, you are recognized. Yes, so there's been emails back and forth between Easy Claim Corps and him as far as,
Okay, to the best of your knowledge, can you tell us where the claim currently stands? Has an adjuster been out to look at the roof?
yes, they have.
Okay.
It's in mitigation. We had a meeting with me, my
When you say
husband.
mitigation, do you mean mediation?
Mediation, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, and we had that at the last week of February. That's where that letter came from
And was it settled at mediation?
No, it was not settled, yeah. So that's where we're standing right now, where we're going to court.
Okay, do you know if they declared the mediation at impasse?
Yes.
They did, okay.
Yes, they did, yeah. Yeah, I don't have paperwork specifically from the lawyer that it was at an
So the
impasse.
mediation essentially failed, and now you're going to court over it.
Yes,
Okay, do you have a court date?
no, not yet.
Okay. Any other questions? Rod?
Are they supposed to replace the whole roof, or just that part that's its?
I'm going to assume they're gonna replace the whole roof.
No.
So I'm hoping that they can replace the whole, even if they just give us whatever that part that they're gonna give us, then we just replace the rest of it. I mean, the roof is 11 years old.
And you had a leak too?
Yeah.
There was a leak, okay.
Ernie?
You said in your presentation earlier that this was for wind mitigation?
That's what they're saying, yes.
What does that mean?
It,
I mean, is your roof leaking?
it was, yeah, they came in and they, brought all those
Are
machines.
they saying the root cause of it was wind? Is that the problem, or is it?
That's what they're, yeah,
Okay, so they're saying that the reason for the leak is due to wind.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that there was a leak.
Yeah, yeah,
And
there's that-
because she had
okay.
said wind mitigation, I didn't know exactly whether that meant some shingles
I'm
blew
just
off or
doing it
what.
from the
Okay,
paperwork.
so they're saying wind caused it, but there is a leak. Is that correct?
Yeah, when it rains, yeah.
Of course. Go ahead.
How long has the leak been in
August,
August of 2025?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, do you have anything of note coming up? Do you have a meeting scheduled with the insurance company? Has
I'm
your lawyer
waiting
told you
for the
anything?
court date.
Okay, you're just waiting for the court date?
Yes, yes. And every time I get a letter from you guys, I always send it to the Easy Course so they can give me an update. I do call them to ask them for an update because I want it resolved.
Have you got a contractor out there ready to go, or you haven't got to that step yet?
I haven't gotten to that step. I keep getting people coming in to have a contractor come up, and they did have, Easy Court did have somebody come over, but I don't have a, come to think of it, when we were in mediation, they were talking about the roof being at 28,000. So,
Do you have a ballpark number?
Yeah.
You haven't signed contracts with a roofer?
no, no.
Any other questions?
Just for you,
ahead.
and you established that the court, there's no court date been set yet.
Right.
Is that correct?
That's
Okay.
correct, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because we just had that mediation
Yeah.
last week of February.
That went to impasse, nobody settled anything?
No.
Okay. All right, if there's no other you can have a seat, ma'am, thank you. If there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
All right,
Someone?
I'll go forward with it. Sorry, I wasn't as organized as I'd like to be. All right. In case number 25-4353, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 8701 Triple Oaks Road. The code section is 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Lori Smith and Ms. Navarro, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that said violations be corrected on or before April 8th. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation continues past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors, the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, and any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second by Rod, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. Ma'am, so your house, the roof has been found in violation. You have until April 8th to bring it into compliance, which means fixing it, or at least getting the permit to fix it. If for some reason you can't make that date, you'll need to come back in front of us and let us know. At that time, you can ask for an extension. There is no guarantee that you will get an extension, but you are welcome to ask. As a suggestion to you, if your attorney is available to come with you at that time, because you can't, nothing's happened, I would suggest you bring him with you. Okay? Or if you have a contractor lined up, bring a representative from the contractor with you, anybody else that can help bring further clarity to where this is going. Okay? Thank you. Next case, please.
Under new business, case number 260568, City versus Vernon Milton, for the property located at 5417 Rainbow Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation, repeat violation of section 12-922, subsection A, parking a commercial vehicle in a residential area. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and the notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case is a repeat violation originated by me on February 20th, 2026 for a commercial vehicle parked in a residential zone. I went directly to a notice of violation on February 20th with an immediate compliance date. The original case, number 25-3736, was presented to the Municipal Code Enforcement Board on November 12th, 2025, and the resident was found to be in violation, and a fine of $25 per day began on December 11th, 2025. I posted the notice on the property, and a copy was posted on the electronic board at City Hall for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the owner of record. A notice of hearing was generated on February 26, and the case was scheduled for the March Municipal Code Board meeting, and I posted a copy of the notice of hearing at the site on March 3rd, 2026. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by myself on February 20th and March 3rd, 2026.
We'll accept those. Thank you.
This time, the site is also in compliance, and I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance.
Very good. We'll accept that too. Thank you. Any questions for the code officer?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
Bill.
No, this is a repeat violation, so do you have a rough estimate of the number of days it was out? Okay.
That's the next thing on the list.
Okay, great.
Exhibit 1 shows the posting of the notice of violation. Exhibit number 2 shows the commercial vehicle parked in a residential zone. Exhibit 3 shows the posting of the notice of hearing. I am seeking a ruling and a fine for the 2 days the site was out of compliance, which was February 20th and February 21st, 2026.
Very good. Brian, you have a question?
Any conversation with the owner?
Mr. Shanks has had lots of conversations with the owner, and I believe we have got the issue resolved.
Yes, so we've had multiple conversations
Okay.
going back as early as September of last year regarding that. Now, he is a over-the-road truck driver. He drives across the country. I spoke to him for about 2 hours last week from California about this. He has secured a new parking area outside of the city to store that, and he promises he will not park within the confines of a residential area going forward. So I believe this should be the last time we see the semi. He seems to understand the gravity of that and the ordinance behind it.
Is the respondent here tonight?
I believe there's a family member here, but
Does the family member wish to say anything? Would the family member like to raise their hand? Okay. Is there anything you want to say? Okay, you're good? All right. If there's no other questions for the code officer, you got the question?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
Director Shanks.
Director? Got a question for you.
Was there a fine that you guys had in mind for this particular violation?
given the conversation that we had, I would like to keep it low. He already has a lien on the books from the first iteration of this, which, again, I believe he didn't fully understand the gravity of what was happening and why this was such a big deal. So I think there is an understanding, so a low fine in this case, I think would be sufficient.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, any other questions?
For you,
Go ahead.
How do we do that on the repeat that got also,
So it's a repeat, so you would fine them for the number of days it was out of compliance, which was 2.
2 days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is there a verbiage there somewhere?
yeah. There's a repeat.
I know, but this here says amount,
Repeat, second page.
I see it.
he's got that.
But it says per day. So.
Yeah,
I moved
yeah,
it
you
to
can-
You
fine
can
B.
just do the math.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Since
For the
it-
2 days,
Would you like my phone?
Since it's in,
No, no, okay.
since it's in compliance too.
okay.
Yeah, it's in compliance,
We
but,
can try that, the first time I do it.
okay, okay.
Is that, anybody has any questions?
Go ahead, have at it.
Okay, try. All right. Which is,
And just
In
keep in
case-
mind, it was out of compliance for 2 days, and
yeah, okay.
roll that in, okay?
In case number 260568, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence that following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 5417 Rainbow Drive, with applicable code violation 12-922 subsection A. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the respondent be found to be a repeat violator as defined by City Code Section 1-63, because the respondent has been found to have violated the same provision of the city code within the previous 5 years, regardless of the property address. I further move that the daily fine be assessed for repeat violation from the time of notice of the repeat violation until the time the repeat violations are corrected. Upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $25 per day.
Okay, so the total would be how many?
50.
Good, thank you. Okay, we have a motion, do we have a second? Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. So he's been found in violation. The fine is $50, and just means that if it happens again, it becomes another repeat violation. We got to go through the whole thing all over again, okay? You're welcome to stay, you're welcome to go, whatever pleases you, okay? Next case, please.
Under off-agenda items, case number 201531, City versus, I'm sorry, wrong case number. Case number 253736, City versus Vernon Milton for the property located at 5417 Rainbow Drive. Violation, section 12-922, parking commercial vehicle in a residential area. Affidavit of compliance was received March 9th, 2026 by Code Officer Doug Allen.
Okay, great.
So,
So no action needs to be taken, correct? I don't know. Okay, very good. All right, thank you. Next case, please.
Under unfinished business, case number 253917, City versus Munira Sultana and Sajad Rana for the property located at 12605 North 51st Street. The deadline for compliance was March 11, 2026. A fine of $25 per day beginning March 12, 2026. Violation, section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection M. Minimum housing accessory structure. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight.
Good evening, sir, and board members. I just wanted to bring you guys back up to speed pertaining to the case. This was for an attached shed in the rear yard. The roof was collapsing. Mr. Rana has been in contact with me since our last code board meeting with some progress that he was able to make on the site, and he's here this evening as well. Would like to address the board, sir.
Okay. Has he been sworn in?
Yes, I did.
Okay, great. Name and address, please.
Shazad Rana, 12605 North 51st Street, Temple Terrace, Florida 33617.
Thank you.
Well, I think I stated last time that I don't have the means to fix the shed and it's detached. Nobody's living in there and I don't have the means. I put a brand new roof on my house. I'm already underwater for $36,000 and that's an accessory structure. Then I got an order from you that I have to abide by the 11th tonight, to fix it. I try to fix the ridge, make it straight a little bit, so it just looks aesthetically better. But I couldn't replace the shingles. Then I also talked with Bay Area Legal Services, and I retained a pro bono lawyer. I also filed an appeal in the circuit court, as I was advised to do, within 30 days. And I got a reply from the circuit court that I have 70 days to file a brief. On top of that, I have a gopher turtle under the shed. And it's a keystone issue because you cannot disturb the habitat. I called the Florida Wildlife, they said they cannot touch it. Nobody's supposed to touch it. Then I called the owl sanctuary people because they are the people who handle the wildlife. They said they cannot touch it. Then she gave me the number for Jen, who is in Lake Okeechobee. She's a state biologist or whatever. I left a message. I haven't heard from her yet. They're too busy. So I don't know how you want to handle it. You want to go through the circuit court, or you just want to just go with the state law? You cannot disturb the turtles. It's a gopher. It has burrowed down the shed slab. I'm not disturbing it. I don't mind. If he squats in my house, no problem.
Can I have a question?
Hang on a second. Let's hear from Ernie first.
Do you have a case number and stuff from
Yes,
the?
I do. I think I submitted
Because if
the
that's the
papers.
case, then we're really stayed at this point because it's on appeal.
I got a case number from the circuit court and I provided the copy, as well as I provided the indigency waiver that I can't afford it. I think we have a copy.
I've seen this.
The
I
case-
just want to, at the
case
time.
number's there.
Okay, good. Good. All right. Well, at this time, since we do have, and yeah, the brief's done, we are really stayed on this at this point. I do know that there's been, here you go, sir. There's been an attempt to try and get him some assistance from the county. So, hopefully that'll come to fruition too. But at this point, there's really nothing this board can do because of the appeal, because it's really in the circuit court now, not here.
Okay, so there's no action required by us?
No,
Okay.
no.
Do we need that in evidence?
Those are your originals,
I
right?
have the picture of the gopher and
I don't think we need that. I guess if there's anything that you could do is get copies of those two pieces of paper.
I did.
We have them?
Secretary gave it to you? Yes, I went to the same day when I filed the appeal, I came back and I provided a copy of the indigency waiver as well as the brief.
Okay.
Yes, so she has a copy of
Okay,
it.
well, if somehow it got lost and we need another
Well, it's
copy.
probably with the clerk.
Yes, probably
is
with
what
the
I'm
clerk.
guessing.
Yes,
It went
I'm
to.
sure it's with the clerk.
See,
I know I've seen the indigency before. Prior, the only other thing I had seen was when he tried to file his appeal and he didn't have a case number yet.
these are the two papers I provided.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and at the time, I remember them giving you email back saying you had to do something, but it looks like you've done it, so.
Yes.
I don't think we,
Clerk's office has it.
yeah, I think he's probably giving it to the clerk's
And
office.
if we don't, we'll get in touch with you, so.
Yeah,
Thank you
plus-
for coming down.
Yeah, plus
Good
also
luck.
this new thing with the gopher, you probably want to investigate that, because it's a state issue now.
He's not going anywhere.
No, he's not going anywhere, but I think that's the law. You cannot touch his habitat.
Understood. All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming down.
So we don't need to do an
No,
extension,
there's no action on that.
no extension of the,
Well, that's going to be the,
Do we have to make a motion to stay the case until such time?
no, I don't think so, but Yeah, I think we'll leave it on the unfinished business, but let's keep, we'll just always remember this thing's on appeal, monitor it.
Okay, very good. Next case, please.
Under new business, case number 254477, City versus Raintree Village Property Owners Association for the property located at 11805 Raintree Village Boulevard. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of section 12-860, inoperative outdoor storage equipment. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Danielle Batt. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, I'm Officer Batt with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by myself on November 24th, 2025. Upon reinspection on January 22nd, 2026, the property was still in violation. A notice of violation was prepared on January 22nd, 2026, posted to the property, requested posted to City Hall electronic board, and sent both certified and regular mail to the address of record. The violation was still present upon reinspection, so a notice of hearing was prepared, posted to the property, requested posted to the City Hall electronic board, and sent both certified and regular mail to the address of record on February 22nd, 2026. As of my last inspection on March 9th, 2026, the property was still in violation. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 25-4477, supporting the case and asking for a ruling.
We'll accept that, thank you.
Exhibit A is going to be photos of the violation on January 22nd, 2026, upon reinspection for issuance of notice of violation. Exhibit B is going to be photos of the violation on February 16th, 2026, upon reinspection for request of hearing be scheduled. Exhibit C is photos of the violation on March 9th, 2026, prior to tonight's hearing. And Exhibit D is a copy of the City of Temple Terrace Ordinance 12-860, Section 8-2 definitions, including inoperative. Definitions of inoperable vehicle per Google, Florida State statutes identified by Google, and Florida State Statute 320.06 for registration required. All areas are highlighted for ease of reading.
So are we talking about multiple different cars?
Yes,
How many?
multiple vehicles throughout the property.
How many total, do you know?
It varies. The first time I went out there, I could have probably counted a good 20 of them.
Really?
The next time, some of the same vehicles are there. It'll change out. It'll be a different one. Some will get fixed, some won't.
But there's at least a dozen or so every time.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions for the officer? One at a time. One at a time. Go ahead, Bill.
So have you had any conversation with the property manager or property owner, just to?
There is no real property manager. It's an HOA.
Okay,
So I've had one person call me along these lines and pretty much told me it's not their problem. Even though they're the property owners.
Go ahead.
So I'm familiar with Raintree, so basically, even though it's a large property, there are multiple HOAs, so probably the HOA that you spoke with wasn't.
It's the same
responsible for
HOA
particular.
for the common areas. And the common areas are where actually the parking lots reside.
Okay, so my question is what is their responsibility with regards to the guest spots? Because I noticed some of them were reserved, so those are for residents.
So no matter the property owner is responsible for the property regardless of whether it's a guest or not,
Okay.
ultimately. And that's why trying to go after a vehicle that I have no access to find out an actual registration to the property of the vehicle being a property, it actually is located on the property of the homeowners association. So they're ultimately responsible to make sure that's taken care of.
Any other questions? Is there any representative from Raintree here?
Not that I've seen.
Oh, somebody's raising their hand.
Awesome.
All right.
Come on up. Name and address, please.
My name's Avelino Vida. My office address is 2906 Bush Lake Boulevard. I am the community manager for Raintree. I've left multiple messages since this has been going on for a while. The second time since I've got it, since when we got the letter to appear here, we started clearing them up. On Monday, I called, left her a message to let her know that, we've gotten a lot of these taken care of. We're having an issue with one or two of them, all the way up until today, when I was calling to and left messages saying, hey, everything is cleared as of today. I still never got a hold of anybody. So,
So it's your position that all the cars are gone as of right now?
as of right now, and I'm gonna tell you, we've had one of them that we've towed out of there, and the owner goes, picks it up, and brings it back. So, you know, it becomes an issue, and we've had a couple of them that have taken a little bit of time, because, you know, they're elderly, and we're trying to work with them to get it done. But, you know, without the ability to communicate, it's kind of difficult. And I will gladly give you my cell phone number, because I've dealt with Lori before on multiple occasions, and I know Lori can confirm that pretty easy to get a hold of. And I do manage all of Raintree POA, as she mentions.
Okay.
Oh, that's absolutely, I'll be happy to go out there tomorrow morning.
Absolutely.
Any other questions?
Let me know if one came back. But everything, and I can show you proof that it was towed. Sure.
Hang on. Has he been sworn in?
Yeah, yes.
He did.
Yeah, okay. Come on up, state your name and address.
Board president.
My name is Raymond Sassavant, and I'm the board president for 11 associations out there out of the 15. The core of the problem is if you don't tell us what cars that you're all upset about, because when you know, people go to work and everything else, and they don't care about whether their plate is updated or not. We also have some that, like you'll notice there was that little Toyota, whatever his name is, you know, the like station wagon. Well, the guy had the tag in his house, but until he gets told, hey, you got to get that tag on the car ready, you know, that it was properly registered. There was another one where the lady's being treated for cancer, and she didn't even find it, but at any rate, that she was being treated for cancer. Then, oddly enough, she sends her sister down to put a current tag on the car, and she put an expired tag on the car. And I tell her, you put a 25, we need the 26. She had the 26. So then she had to have her sister come back and put the correct tag on. Car hasn't moved in years because she never leaves the house, but she wasn't in her house. She was at a facility being treated for cancer. And it goes on just like endless lists. If there's a problem or something, we're happy to address it. But there's 472 units, probably 1,500 cars. We have one space for every unit, so you have 472 units, plus we exceed the limit needed for handicap spaces, plus then you have the guest spaces. And now when you talk about, oh, these cars are in violation, well, you can't be patrolling for endlessly when people go to work and take that car with them. You know, the ones that are really serious. They did show a little motorcycle there. I have had the split second endlessly on the phone about that motorcycle, because the guy was playing games with us. I tag it, and then he moves it to another convenient location. But all the equipment on our notice, it says about storing of equipment, you know, to repair vehicles. That's gone, because when I left the notice and said, sorry, sucker, this thing's going along with the equipment, because I don't believe in playing around. I mean, if you're trying, I'm more than happy to work with you, but I'm not going to endlessly play games. And it's really, really hard to find who is the owner of a car. We have little warning tags we put on them. Well, Lori can tell you that we do patrol the place. It's not like we don't care. We do care. The other thing, we do have some active military out there, and I have to be very careful on the military because Soldiers and Sailor Act covers taking the cars away while they're overseas. And I gotta, I try to the best I can to know who all the vets are and who are the active duty members, so that if there's a problem, I'll be aware of it.
Your bylaws require them to let you know what their license, what they're driving, what their registration, what their license plate is? Is there a database that you keep of the active cars in there?
No,
Okay.
because you have 3 management companies. You have Avid Property Management, you have Wise. Well, Wise isn't there anymore. Neither is Associated, but they got some lawyer in there that manages that for Condo 4. And then there's also University Properties. But pretty much we work together the best we can. But if she would have just given me some kind of, hey, over here, there's this little car. Well, we take care of it right away. No big deal. Even the address was kind of confusing on this. The other thing, very, very important, you cannot leave violations in a little plastic bag hooked to the maintenance gate of the pool, because if somebody walks by and throws it away, we won't know that we're in violation. We have 3 pools, and on the big pool we have a maintenance gate so that the people that maintain the pools and also to keep it cleaned up and looking good. And I'm more than happy to comply with everything, but I gotta have information. It's very helpful. And without that, I'm kind of screwed. And yes, we do try the best we can, but at the same time, I do need some information.
Thank you. Any other questions for the respondent?
I just had a question
Go ahead.
for Officer Bat. So,
You can have a seat, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, you're done. Thank you.
So based on his testimony, do you feel like you got, this is resolved in a way
For
that
the
you
most
can
part, as long
handle?
as I can go out tomorrow and see it all gone, I'm happy.
Okay.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
This is effectively an apartment complex. I mean, I know it's not, but it's mass marketing for homes. I only see 2 cars in here repeated between your 2 visits. Every other one was just a single vehicle. Is it going to be the common practice of code enforcement to say, I see a vehicle with expired registration, I'm going to immediately cite the property owner for it? Or
The only reason I've been following up with it is because it's been a consistent case. It's been a consistent issue.
So we've got 2 vehicles that have consistently shown up as in a, but the remainders are just single one-offs, yeah. And one of them, I think the argument could be made that it can still be safely driven on the road. I would argue 2 of them.
Not without it.
Well, so
It has to have a tag.
Yeah.
this one has missing just a front headlight.
You're not supposed to be driving on the road.
Right, but that's a fix-it ticket. That's not like trying to drive on the road with expired. I mean, I think the spirit of the ordinance really seems to revolve around your cars up on blocks and making an eyesore for the community. These, with a few exceptions, really seem like people who have just had a lapse in judgment, but otherwise are in good standing. And it was a singular instance for most of them.
And I think if it, I'm not gonna put words in your mouth, but it seems to me that if it wasn't for the repeats, then those other cars probably wouldn't have shown up on her radar. But since she was out there and saw it, she has an obligation to report it. So it's not, you can't, turn a blind eye to that just because you want to. Again, she wouldn't be out there at all if it wasn't for the repeats. And since she was out there, she has an obligation to opine or observe and report on all the violations that she sees. You can't pick and choose.
That's fair.
If I may.
Go ahead.
Within the past week, I drove through there as well, and without even getting in my car, I was able to pick them out one after the other. The reason that we're moving the way we are is if we don't, it's going to continue, it's going to grow, and it'll eventually turn into something where it's going to be a lot of vehicles. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm not saying that they're not doing their job as a management company. I believe they are. I've seen them out there. I just think we need to show a little momentum there from that we've seen this, we identified this. We need to get it under control before it gets
And she's now
out of
got,
control.
they have each other's cell phone numbers, her communication should improve, and, hopefully it'll get fixed.
Well-
But you can't pick, and once you're out there, you can't pick and
Right,
choose
but at
what you
the,
see.
at the same time, are we gonna police every, like, we've got about a dozen apartment complexes, and you're gonna find in-op vehicles based on registration alone, no matter what you do.
I mean,
Yeah, you can probably go out in City Hall parking lot right now and find one. I'm not arguing that the ordinance is unfair or unjust. What I am saying, though, is that if we cite them for having these in-op vehicles as a many tenant property, the next time you go out there and one tenant has an in-op vehicle in there, that's a repeat violation. That comes with a higher fine, that comes with a bigger stigma, and they could have happened that day. They may not have even had a chance to respond to it yet, based on the way these are
Well,
cited.
as you know, the way the system works, typically, we're not finding somebody the day it happens. We give them an opportunity to correct it. And in this particular case, this all started at least in January. Here we are in March. So there's been a couple months that have gone by, and it's probably started before that, right?
If I may, I actually have another apartment complex that had the exact same scenario. That they have an office door. So I was able to get in contact at that point. I don't know why I was not receiving his messages, and I wish I had. But neither here nor there. The other gentleman at the other complex went through, found the vehicles, contacted a towing company.
So, to your point, Dave, yes, for the initial violation, traditionally, we give 30 days. Repeat violations are fined from the date of the violation, according to the language here. So that means if you go out there next month and you find a new in-op vehicle, one that we don't have a picture of, that's a repeat violation. If it's not resolved right away, it comes to us.
But now she has a cell phone number. She can call them.
They would also still get a notice of violation as well to give them that time grace period to get it corrected
Right.
regardless, before it came to a hearing.
Right.
Can I mention also at least 4 of those are out of state? So snowbird situations, which that's another thing. It's summertime, they're all going back. They might leave the vehicle here.
Well,
So,
But again, I think, let's assume that we take all of those out of the equation.
right.
There are still 2 vehicles that had tags that were not, nobody could find them, so there's still a violation there. And I understand your point, and we like to work with our respondents. It's not a matter of, just finding people. She has a phone number now, so she can talk to them. But the violation, whether it's 1 vehicle or 15 vehicle, it's still a violation. We can talk all about what's going to happen in the future, but even if you took the vehicles that you referenced out of the equation, there would still be a violation.
If you took those vehicles out of the equation, you would have singular violations that didn't appear to repeat.
I don't think that's true.
The 2 vehicles that I cited were the ones that showed up both in February and in March. The rest of them were individual photos of vehicles once.
Yeah, but my point is, let's take the 1 vehicles out of the equation, the one-offs. There's still a violation there. So you can't get around the fact that there isn't a violation.
Right.
And the way the ordinance reads, she's not gonna go out there and say, okay, it's not that license plate, it's another license plate. It's still a violation in accordance with the ordinance. And I'm sorry, it's a big property, I get it. I also know that she will not just be riding around looking for violations.
No,
Okay? She has their cell phone number. If she sees something, she's gonna talk to them, and we're gonna get it worked out. But even if you take the motorcycle out of the picture, you take the one-offs out of the picture, you take the out-of-state cars out of the picture, there are still 2 vehicles there.
No,
that.
one of the out-of-state ones was.
Okay, then there's one, even if there's one, it's still a violation.
Okay, so And I'll drop it at this point, because I can't imagine I'm gonna agree with any motion that fines these guys. But usually what we have up here are single homeowners that come up and might have one or two cars in their driveway that are out of compliance. This is the first time I've seen us have a case for a, mini tenant property with a bunch of cars. I mean, I don't know if this has happened before, but it just seems so wildly out of the ordinary to hold the property manager, who's not even an owner of the property, accountable for the individual tenants who do have deeds to the homes that they're living in. It seems more responsible to hold those tenants, or not tenants, but those deed owners responsible, but I don't know how we would do that, so.
Right, so this is not a unique situation. What's unique about this is as we've gotten to the MCEB level. Typically, these are resolved well before this, but it sounds like there was some kind of communication issue. These are generally resolved almost on the spot. And to your point, we're not going around, this isn't like gotcha moment. We're not going around trying to identify hundreds of vehicles in one location, because that's easy to do. I go to Walmart and, find several dozen. But this is more along the lines of, this is where people live, and it's starting to get to the point where there are just so many. It's hard to drive through and not find something that just sticks at you. And to your point, we can't drive by that. We have to identify it, and we have to hold the appropriate people accountable. In this case, it's not really a people, it's an association. And what we're asking is what they said they were going to do, and what they do is identify these and try to get that corrected. That's what we're asking. We know that there's going to be vehicles probably on a daily basis that drive through there that has some kind of violation. But as long as the management company is doing their part and identifying those and taking action, that's what we're looking for.
Ernie, you wanted to say something?
No, I'm good.
You good? Okay, go ahead.
In a similar instance to a homeowner, could they cover the car? Like if they are a snowbird, could they cover it and be okay if it's their spot?
I won't be lifting a car cover to double check.
So unless it's in violation of the HOA rules,
Yeah.
you could.
Okay. That's good to know.
Okay. Any other questions for anybody? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm entertaining a motion.
Dave, I think you should.
No, I'm not filing a motion for this.
Someone, anyone? Go ahead, Ron.
It's not a repeat, right?
No,
Complied, right?
Yeah, no.
no, it's just a regular,
It's
yeah,
a regular.
regular
yeah,
violation.
till she goes out tomorrow and.
yeah, until she goes out
So
tomorrow.
we're giving 30 days to.
Yeah.
just-
Yeah,
In case number 254477, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Kimball Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 11805 Raintree Village Boulevard with applicable code violation section 12-860. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the said violation be corrected on or before April 8th, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with the order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation continue past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors, the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $25 per day.
we have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion is second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
One nay, motion carries. So it has been found in violation. You have until April 8th to bring the property into compliance. You say it's already into compliance. She'll be out there tomorrow. Assuming that happens, you'll get a certificate of compliance. However, the board member stated, if there is another violation in the next 5 years, it's considered a repeat violation, and at that point, the fines go up from there.
And then how would we would be able to fight that?
Sure.
Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Because I guarantee anytime you go out there, if you're looking for a violation, you're gonna find it. Like you said, you could even find one here in your parking lot. There's no way that we're gonna be able, we've got 14 associations, over 1,000,
Well, come on up, if you're going to speak, come on up to the mic.
yeah, we've got a lot of associations. So, I mean, if you're coming out and you're finding one violation, I mean, there's no way I'm gonna be able to stop and have every single car in compliant in my community. There's just no way.
And I just quickly, our code team is awesome. They will work with you. This is it progresses after it's gone on and on. For the most part, they're just communicate. That's all we ask.
Well, hopefully I'm gonna have a cell phone number now where I can communicate with.
Yeah.
But I think that I don't think it's very fair that this is gonna be now a repeat offender by finding one vehicle out of all of our homeowners and out of our parking spaces out there.
The difference in finding the repeat offender at that point would be me calling you or texting you.
Right.
like-
I don't think it'll ever get to
And
that.
that's what I'm saying. If I happen to see one, I'm happy to text or call you with a picture of it and say, hey,
Mhm.
FYI. So by that time, it would be compliant either way, before it even got to that opportunity. I would give you that courtesy.
Okay? Okay, next case, please.
Just one, is there some time delay as far as, she has to give a notice of violation, right? Is there a time, even for repeat violation,
Well,
there's
yeah,
a time, there's a,
she will give them the opportunity to correct.
so there'll
Yeah,
be some
it's not-
time,
It's not, we're not out there just writing tickets.
right.
You know?
That's what I'm saying, there'll be a time period where they can correct the violation,
Yeah.
a period, I don't know what it is, but there'll be a period of time. Okay.
And if it turns out it's a sailor or soldier, we'll take that into consideration. I mean, we're not the Gestapo. Okay, next case, please.
Under new business, case number 254596, City versus Petula King LLC for the property located at 8718 Beverly Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of section 12-92 subsection B, off-street parking and driveway. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by me on December 9th, 2025 for a vehicle parked in the yard. I left a door hanger with a reinspection date of 12/11/25. On January 8th, 2026, I created a notice of violation with a compliance date of January 30th, 2026. I posted a copy at the site, and a copy was also posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirements, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the address of the owner of record. On February 24th, 2026, a notice of hearing was created, and the case was scheduled for the March Municipal Code Board meeting. I posted a copy of the notice of hearing at the site on that day. This time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the site taken by myself on December 9th, 10th, 18th, 2025, January 2nd, 21st, and 28th, and February 4th and 18th, and 27th of 2026.
We'll accept all that, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows the posting of the notice of violation. Exhibit number 2 shows a vehicle parked in the yard. Exhibit number 3 shows 2 vehicles parked in the yard. Exhibit number 4 shows a vehicle parked in the yard. Exhibit number 5 shows a vehicle parked in the yard. Exhibit number 6 shows 2 vehicles parked in the yard. Exhibit number 7 shows a vehicle parked in the yard. Exhibit number 8 shows a vehicle parked in the yard. Exhibit number 9, guess what, shows a vehicle parked in the yard. Exhibit 10 shows the posting of the notice of hearing. At this time, the site is in compliance, and I submitted an affidavit of compliance, and I'm seeking a finding.
Very good, thank you, we'll accept that. Just one question, how did you manage to pull that off?
Magic.
Any other questions for the code officer? Is the respondent here? You are, okay, come on up and name and address, please.
Michael Stewart, I'm here really speaking up for Deborah Wynn, the owners of the house, or one of the pays of the house. They're out of town right now.
And what's your relationship to the owner?
That's my wife.
Okay,
Tina Wynn is my wife, and Deborah Wynn is her mother.
okay.
So, yeah, the car was parked in the yard, but everything has been changed, and I got pictures of everything in the yard, and then no more cars in the yard.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any questions for the respondent?
Do you want to see the picture?
Huh?
Do you want to see a picture of the yard? I got it on the phone.
Do I want to see the, no, we,
Picture of the yard.
no, we have an affidavit of compliance, so we're good.
Okay, okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
If there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion. Okay, thank you.
In case number 254596, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 8718 Beverly Drive, with the applicable code violation, section 12-921, subsection B. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Next case. So you have been found in violation, but because you brought the property into compliance before tonight, there's no fine. However, if it happens again, it becomes a repeat violation, and the fines go up if it's a repeat. Okay? Have a good night. Thank you. Next case.
Under unfinished business, case number 254425, City versus Fadi in Harabi and Candy Almagata for the property located at 7932 Terrace Ridge Drive. The deadline for compliance was March 11, 2026. Fine of $25 per day beginning March 12. Sections 10-3, subsection B, sanitation grass, weeds, overgrown. The affidavit of compliance was received on 2/11 by Lori Smith, and for section 8-102, minimum housing standards. The deadline for compliance is midnight tonight.
Very good. So as I understand it, we have section 8-102 is still in violation, but section 10-3 is in compliance. Is that correct? Okay. Is the respondent here? No? Okay. Okay, so there's really nothing for us to do then.
Yes, let's
Okay.
Let it go.
Next case.
Just starting from the top.
Oh, 1 second. It looks like the respondent for 25-4819 is in the back, which is an unfinished business.
Oh,
You said 4819?
yeah, the
Yes.
last one.
Okay.
Sorry, Chairman, I thought that was the case.
I thought that was the one? Okay, that's fine.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, so, this will be case number 8, 254819, City versus Aslanbek Kardetsev and Dunya Kardetsev for the property located at 5106 East 122nd Avenue. The deadline for compliance was March 11, 2026. A fine of $50 per day beginning March 12, 2026. Violation section 10-4, subsection B, subsection 4, nuisance buildings. Section 10-34, sanitation premises clean. Section 12-860, inoperative outdoor storage equipment. And section 12-861, subsection E, subsection 8, fences and walls maintenance. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight.
Okay. I assume the respondent is here. You want to come up? Has she been sworn in?
She has not.
Okay. Why don't you come on up to the podium, we'll swear you in, and then you can state your name and address and begin.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will provide the board tonight will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Name and address.
Dunia Ramirez Kadarsev, 5106 East 122nd Avenue. Do you want to say something first? Regarding the fencing, I already got an update. I replaced the fence all along. The last time that we spoke about the building, Jack here said that even if all the rebars that were in, or that was good enough for him, but all the rebars are in, and I'm already on all the process of the putting the concrete inside. I got the people coming in today, but something happened with the compressor, because they have to cover all the holes. But like, I'm ready to even like go ahead and pour concrete inside. I remember that we spoke about the framing. Of course, it's gonna be on the way for them. You know, that's what I'm not doing the framing yet. And also, before even doing the framing, I have to hire some people who pour something on the floor, because it's uneven in some parts. Some parts concrete, some parts broken tiles or old tiles. So even before the framing, I have to level the whole floor. And what else? And then, of course, because I have active, I try, because remember you said something about the tiles. I tried to contact you. I was trying to to like get rid of some rubber pavers that I have in the front yard, and then actually even put a drywall, a driveway in, concrete driveway. But that's a long story that I'm going through Dallas. I have to wait 3 months for the code to get fixed in order to fit my specific case. So I want to put in concrete driveway, but I have to wait. And then, of course, because I have I'm covered in paint that I'm still painting. So, of course, the front yard now is a little bit messy, but I'm trying to fix it. But everything else is pretty much is going.
Okay. So last month we were, wasn't so much about what needed to be done. It was more about progress. Are we happy with progress?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
We've seen a lot being, since last month, wheels been turning, and very much progress.
Okay.
So what I would be recommending or asking for is kind of like a update in 30 days, and just keep it.
Give her another
updates,
extension.
continuance,
Okay.
because the progress out there is amazing, and how it's turning.
Okay. So, up to the board, but the respondent is asking for another 30-day extension, and I just need a motion to address that.
All right, I'll take over it.
Somebody?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, got it? Okay.
Whenever they're done. Do we need to,
Go ahead.
anything further?
Just all you need to do is either yes or no
Yeah.
on the extension.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure they were,
Listening?
okay, yeah. So in case number 25-4819, I move that the city extend the date for compliance until April 8th, 2026.
Can we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays? Motion carries. So you now have another extension until April 8th. You know the drill. We'll see you back here April 8th, and hopefully the progress continues, and sooner or later you'll have a roof over your head, and everything will be wonderful. Okay? This is the other case. Got to pass it down. She did have some concrete there. Awesome. Okay, are we back to the beginning now?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Okay, if I've done things correctly, we're on 4354?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Case number 254354, City versus Omero E. Coucha and Lilium M. Calya for the property located at 8702 Coral Don Court. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening again, Mr. Chairman, board members. Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated proactively on November the 17th, 2025. My inspection revealed a blue tarp on the roof of the structure, which might emit rain or cause dampness on the walls of the structure. At this time, I left a door hanger with a reinspection date of the 17th of December, 2025. My reinspection on December the 17th, 2025 noted no change Therefore, notice of violation was prepared with a compliance date of the 19th of January, 2026. No one was at home, so I posted the notice letter at the front door and requested copies to be sent certified and first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on December the 19th, 2025.
Accept it, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows a notice letter posted at the front door. Exhibit number 2 shows a blue tarp on the roof of the structure. Exhibit number 3 shows an email from property manager Amanda Rojas. Mr. Chairman, on the 17th of December 2025, Ms. Rojas with Easy Claim Corporation reached out to me by email. She stated the tarp roof is an insurance claim. She's actively working towards compliance. On February 17th, 2026, I contacted Ms. Rojas for a status update. She said this is still an active insurance claim and she continues to work with the resident as well as the insurance company to resolve the violation. As of today's date, the site is now in compliance, and at this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance. I'm just looking for a finding.
Very good, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So you probably don't know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Excuse me?
I said you probably won't know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. How were they able to get this particular roof fixed so quickly, whereas all the other ones that come in front of us take months upon months upon months?
Sir, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I didn't think you would.
There was some
I'm not
magic,
sure, but it was the same.
And it's an easy claim is the same one that's on the other
Yes,
one, right?
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir, it was. Yes, the same as Ms. Navarro's over there on 8701 Triple Oaks. Yes, sir, it's the same corporation.
Okay. Any other questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
In case number 254354, city, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace Code did exist on the property located at 8702 Coral Don Court. And that was, sorry, I'm losing my place here, 8-102 subsection 13 subsection C. The motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer, Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the recording of this record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed because violations are brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
May I ask who was the second on that?
Again,
Who's second? Oh, thank you.
Brian.
Next case is 254620, City versus Deborah Lynn DeMaio for the property located at 308 Ferncliff Avenue. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of 12-921 subsection B, off-street parking driveway. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by me on December 10th, 2025 for a vehicle parked in the yard. I left a door hanger with a reinspection date of December 12th, 2025. I created a notice of violation on December 16th, 2025 with a reinspection date of December 30th. I posted the notice at the site and a copy was posted at City Hall for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the address of owner of record. My reinspection on February 24th, 2026 showed no change, so a notice of hearing was prepared on that date and the case was scheduled for the March Municipal Code Board meeting. This time I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by myself on December 17th, December 31st, 2025, January 7th, January 15th, January 21st, January 23rd, January 28th, January 29th, January 30th, February 5th, and February 27th of 2026.
We'll certainly accept all of that, thank you.
No Easter egg with this one?
No? Sorry about that.
Just pointing me, man.
There's always next month. Exhibit number 1 shows the notice of violation posting. Exhibit number 2 shows a vehicle parked in the yard. Exhibit number, well, I'll just go to the base. Exhibit number 3 through 10 shows vehicle parked in the yard. Exhibit 11 shows vehicle parked in the yard. And Exhibit 12 shows the notice of hearing posting. The site is in compliance and would like to submit an affidavit of compliance, and I'm seeking a finding.
Very good, thank you. We'll entertain, any questions?
Yes.
Go ahead, Rod.
I'm just curious, Doug. Before it became a case, did you approach them, talk to them, tell them?
I left him door hanger. Nobody ever called me. This was a case, mom's house and the son, I don't know if he lives there or not, but he stops by quite frequently and tends to park in the yard. And he called earlier this week, I don't remember exactly what day, Monday, and said Mom had told him that he needs to stop doing that.
Because
It looks to me like there's plenty of room in the driveway.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
he said he wasn't sure if he got there before she did, that he'd be, she'd need to move hers, or if he parked behind her, that,
Understood.
Thank you.
but I think they've got it all worked out.
Mom said no.
Mom said too.
My mom yelled at me because.
All right, any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, I'll go with this one.
Thank you.
In case number 25-4620, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code did exist on the property located at 308 Ferncliff Avenue. The violation is section 12-921, subsection B. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and a notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that no fine be imposed because the violation was brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. All those, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. Next case?
Under new business, case number 254829, City versus,
Hang on, I think we missed one.
oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you said under new business. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
my mistake.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, case number 254829, City versus Yoandres Garlobo Gomez for the property located at 425 South River Hills Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of section 25.750.2, commercial vehicle in residential zone. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening once again, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was opened by me on December 31st, 2025 for a commercial vehicle, a food truck parked or stored in a residential zone. I left a door hanger on that date and a reinspection date of January 2nd, 2026. My reinspection on January 6th showed no change, so I generated a notice of violation on that date with a reinspection date of January 15th, 2026. I posted a copy of the notice of violation at the front door, and a copy was posted at City Hall for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the address of the owner of record. My reinspection on February 24th showed no change, so a notice of hearing was prepared on that date, and the case was scheduled for the March Municipal Code Board meeting. This time I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by me on January 7th and February 20th and February 27th of 2026. Exhibit 1 shows the posting of the notice of violation. Exhibit 2 shows the commercial trailer. Exhibit 3 shows the posting of the notice of hearing. The site is in compliance, and I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance, and I'm seeking a finding.
Accept that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion. Okay, you?
Finish it up.
Somebody?
How about that?
I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody, thank you.
In case number.
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I know, I thought he was saying he would do it. In case number 25-4829, I move the city is proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code did exist on the property located at 425 South River Hills Drive. Applicable code sections 25-750 subsection 2. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from code enforcement officers, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
Very good, we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. Next case, please. I think we're done with new business, right?
We are.
Okay.
Right.
Under unfinished business, case number 2550072, City versus Blue Rock Premier Properties for the property located at 6900 Aruba Avenue. The deadline for compliance was March 11, 2026. A fine of $2,000 per day. Violation sections 8-56, subsection A, fire alarm systems not operational. Section 8-57, subsection B, subsection 4, fire hydrant access maintenance. Section 8-57, subsection B, subsection 1, fire safety, emergency lighting. Section 8-57, subsection B, subsection 2, fire safety extinguisher inspection. Section 8-57, subsection D, fire safety posting addresses. Section 8-56, fire suppression systems. Section 8-55, fire grills, and Section 8-55, subsection A, subsection 2, fire improper storage. Affidavit of compliance received February 12th by Fire Inspector Cletus Squires. Next case. Oh, sorry.
That was my bad.
Yeah.
That was really impressive that they were able to resolve all of that. It was a tremendous amount of work, and you guys worked on it really hard too.
Wish they were here so we could thank them.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to come again.
I'm sorry, we interrupted your flow. So,
Okay, no,
onward
that
and
was
upward.
me. I meant to let you do that part. All right, next case is 252911, City versus Eddie Antonio Fabero Escobar for the property located at 6125 Liberty Avenue. The deadline for compliance is March 11, 2026. A fine of $25 per day beginning March 12, 2026. Violation section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, permit app required. Affidavit of compliance received March 10, 2026 by Code Officer Danielle Batt. Next case.
Yep.
253730, City versus Armento Family LLC for the property located at 8421 North 56th Street. The deadline for compliance is March 11, 2026. A fine of $25 per day beginning March 12, 2026. Violation section 14-59, local business tax required. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight. Next case, case number 253975, City versus 5400 Bush Boulevard LLC for the property located at 5400 East Bush Boulevard. The deadline for compliance is March 11, 2026. A fine of $25 per day beginning March 12, 2026. Violation sections 8-166, subsection 1, subsection K. Minimum standards commercial miscellaneous elements. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight. Next case, 254048, City versus Eddie Fabera Mestre for the property located at 6125 Liberty Avenue. The deadline for compliance is March 11, 2026. A fine of $50 per day beginning March 12th. Sections 8-28, sections 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, permit app required. Affidavit of compliance is received March 10, 2026 by Code Officer Danielle Batt. Next case is 254599, City versus Christy Ann Reeves for the property located at 11309 Lim Banks Place. The deadline for compliance is March 11, 2026. A fine of $25 per day beginning March 12, 2026. Violation section 12-921, subsection B, off-street parking driveway. Affidavit of compliance received March 11, 2026 by Code Officer Danielle Batt.
I have one question.
Not yet. Got one more case.
The last case is an off-agenda case. The case number is 20-1531, City versus Vincent R. Atkins and Cynthia J. Atkins for the property located at 5513 Temple Heights Road. Violation section 10-34, sanitation premises clean. Section 8-102, minimum housing exterior walls. Section 10-3, subsection B, sanitation grass weeds overgrown. Affidavit of compliance was received March 6th by Code Officer Doug Allen.
Okay. Rod, you had a question?
Yeah, just in case, because I know that was mistakenly selected. I did not know what's the outcome of that one, 25-4425.
When you was mistakenly selected.
No, you remember? She read that before. Is that,
Oh, it's still out of compliance.
Oh, okay.
Deadline is tonight.
okay,
For that
yeah,
case.
okay.
Okay. Any other board action? Any liens, no liens report? Any new business? Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Well, motion.
Oh, motion to adjourn, please.
I'll second, motion to, I'll second.
I second.
Okay. You made the motion. Rod seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen.
Robert's rules.